Hi, everybody. Welcome to an impromptu Sunday afternoon version of Monkey Island Madness. We're going to Zentangle today because I don't have much time, one, and some of the women are like going cuckoo like I did. But now they've gotten me wanting to go cuckoo again because I like the way they're doing it. So I might have to go cuckoo again. All right, we're going to try and um, draw a Zentangle pattern called Dillo, D-I-L-L-O. Um, I've not ever done it before, but I'm doing this on my Kindle, so hopefully it won't flash out on you guys. I'll blow it up a little bit. All right, this looks like we can do it. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to put the Kindle out of camera so I can come in a little closer for you guys. All right, let's see. I'll get the micron out. You should be able to see it a little better. All right, it starts out with like in case, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I am talking to a live chat, so that's why I'll be yapping at these women. Hi, Jean. You start out with a shape that looks like a mouse, kind of. Right, a little hump. And I'm going to foreshorten these patterns a little bit. And then like a teardrop shape there. And then you halo that or aura that. That's easy enough. All right, and then, okay, this is a lot like paradox then, where you alternate back and forth. I like this one. It's looking pretty cool right now. All right, and they always start at the point there. Brenda, why did you think you were doing something wrong with this? Looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like fish scales in there. I'll hold it up where you can see it a little bit. Hi, Kia. Brenda, in examples of it, they use different numbers of inner arches. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I think the size of your original, where you start originally, is going to determine, because that looks very cool. Let's do a whole bunch of them on the back. Because I kind of think on my new cards, I'm going to, I don't know if I'll go back and do it or not. But anyway, I guess you can just start anywhere. Draw yourself. And I think it's important to do that first aura first, the way they show it, and then start in the corner and aura over. Cool looking. Now, where I would have trouble next is where's the next place I would go. I'm just going to draw a line like this. And I guess you could draw them curved as well. Nothing that says they have to be straight, right? right, since we've got a curved line there, let's just do a curved line and see how that works. You were starting the lines from the chair and, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like between, or paradox is another one, where you alternate and have them join as they get smaller or more narrow. Hi, Christy. Where to do the next one? Well, we're just going to go for it right now. We're going to use the line from this one as our starting point because it doesn't matter, I guess. And we'll draw a teardrop first and then draw our line over to where we want it to go. Because to me, it doesn't matter what the shape is, right? As long as you are continuing to do the same pattern. We're going to find out, right? This is going to be bad, but it really looks like two bugs humping. I'm killing myself right now. Hi, Kimberly. After a year, you found your notebook. Well, yay, you! All right, and I guess we could go from this way, too. I'm killing myself here. Sorry. uh, I might have spent too much time in the house today. I'm going to draw this one going out this way. So I guess we got it figured out for you, Brenda, huh? If somebody wants to look up another pattern, we can try another one. I am, Jen. I am. I'm bad. I'm just a bad girl. What can I say? I'm going to go ahead and extend that one out. Bad girl. Go to your room. See, and I can never tell if I'm going to like a pattern until I start oh, that's funny, Connie. Until I shade it. So, and see on her design how at the end she went ahead and just did the like the banana shape with the teardrop. That is a really cool way to finish it, I think. All right, let's see. I'm going to do it this way this time. All right, let me think. This isn't, my brain isn't working backwards that well. So if I go in there, I just have to hook it up there. Okay, see how my brain just didn't want to do the backward motion? What the heck? All right, I'm going to try and do some shading now because that's looking pretty cool. I'm liking that. Hi, Dorothy. I'm actually liking this design. And you know, one thing I like about it is the different sizes that are going on. some thin, some thick. I like that. So let's shade it and see if we still like it as much. I'm trying to find a decent tortillon around here. This is like, I spend half my life doing that. Okay, and the way they've got it shaded is here where the lines meet, kind of in that Z shape. All right, that would shade that. All right, and if anybody's got any good ideas for dinner, speak now, because that's going to be the next thing I'm up against. I hate eating, you guys. I am so sick of eating. Seems like that's all I do. Worry about our stomachs. That's what I used to do with the kids. That's all I worried about. What am I going to feed those little monsters? All right, here we go. So are you guys drawing along? I certainly hope so. Did anybody go over and help Allie? See, I didn't look at the computer all afternoon. And then I saw that Allie was asking for help getting her channel up and running for her stream on Tuesday, and I was hoping somebody went over and helped her. But I will, I like this one. Thanks for turning me on to this one, Brenda and CB. I like this one. That is cool looking. Way cool looking. I like this right in here where the bugs were hopping and then another one tried to crawl on. He was at the wrong end. I like this one a lot. Right, that part of the design is very cool. You told her about the chat. Yeah, I told her about the chat. I think she was, it's me, you stinking idiot. Oh my God. It's me, you stinking idiot. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, it's me, Jen. Oh my God. But if her camera doesn't have a webcam mode, she won't be able to use it. Okay. Yes, anyway, I was just hoping somebody had noticed and had gone over and helped her. I'll tweet her in a little while, and if she wants to try again tonight, I'll see if I can't help her. Hi, Jen. Anyway, I like that. I like it a lot. And then they have another, they're showing, oops, I'll just bring it up, the shading which I kind of did the shading like hers. I usually just let the convergence of lines determine where the shading's going to go, you know, like they're overlapping. So that's pretty much how I determine where I'm going to shade. So I did tweet Eileen, and I don't know where she is. Anyway, I like it. So does anybody have another design? Because I could just keep drawing this one forever. It's very cool. Man, I'm glad you guys turned me on to that. So until you give me another name, I'll just keep drawing. I'll just come out here and keep adding on. Yeah, I think she was going to turn on her camera and see how it was going to work. So that's why I was curious. This one is called Dillo. Leave out the D further in the word. Dillo, D-I-L-L-O. 3D. I've done Muka. Do you guys want to see me do Muka again, or is 3D Muka a separate one, Brenda? Betweed is a really nice one. I like that. God, I am just kind of punchy this afternoon, huh? You want me to do Betweed? I can draw Betweed again. I'm waiting for Brenda to tell me if 3D Muka is different than the Muka I've done. I'll pull out my Muka and show you guys. I really like this design. I'm going to keep messing with that. Let me look for Muka. I like Muka a lot. Muka is like this. I draw Muka, and this one actually, look, I did do on the back of the card, but I had done that from way a long time ago. But I do Muka a little bit different now. I'm not sure I'm crazy about this card. I'm bad today. Yes, Connie, I might be. Hi, Cheryl. I haven't seen you around in a while. I'm glad you're here. Um, 3D Muka. So that's the Muka. Maybe the 3D Muka is different. Let me just get one of these cards and I'll do Muka. Now, Muka is, the way they show it is they start with a single line and never start again. So this is Muka, you guys who aren't familiar. Oops, maybe I'll get my bigger pen out. I think that was the one. Yeah, I think I'll get the 5 out. It can tolerate me pressing a little bit more. Okay. So you draw a curved line like this with a bubble, come back down, and then without picking up your pen or starting a new one, you go up, skip over that like it's going underneath it, and your line is continuous. Is that the one you're talking about, Brenda? And they don't necessarily have to get thinner as you go, but that's kind of what I was thinking of, Brenda. Hi, Kathy. And then just shade it like however you want, really. Um, I'm going to shade it, where these things actually look like they have some dimension and the tubes are going away from you, right? And your shading doesn't have to be, you can do it pretty rough because you're going to blend it all out here in a minute. I'll draw between next, Connie. Oops, I forgot a line right there. It doesn't exactly match up, but who's going to notice? And this actually reminds me of another pattern that uses kind of these teardrop blobs. I'll clean up the shading in just a second. Can you guys see? Yeah, it does kind of look like a droopy plant, huh? And I take time doing the shading because I think it's the shading that really makes them look cool. Otherwise, yeah, that wouldn't look near as cool. Looks very cool. Okay, yeah, tweet the 3D Muka. Maybe it's something I haven't seen. Oh, I forgot my coffee. All right, I'll just grab some water real quick. I was going to make some coffee before I came on, but I forgot. well. I'll have coffee after dinner. Okay. All right, I'm going to see if Brenda has tweeted her 3D Muka yet. All right, she hasn't. I haven't seen it yet. So, all right. Oh, here's Allie. I'm having a bit of a bad afternoon trying to set up my camera and such for my stream, Tuesday stream. Not going how I expected. Bummer. Um, you have a webcam, but it won't pick up your pencil sketches very well. Well, you can't get a cheaper camera than the one I have. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, I'll have to look that up. 3D Muka. So, let me think. You've got the best person in the world here to help you, Allie. Jean pretty much is on top of all that tech stuff, so I'm trying to think back when I did mine. It's a Logitech. It's like the cheapest Logitech that you can get from Amazon, because when I started doing this, I really was not sure if it was something I was going to enjoy doing. So, I mean, I spent like $20, and I can't give you the number. I mean, I can later, Allie, but I can't right now, because I don't have it in my memory, and it's not right here on the camera. But I did have to load the software, and then on the Ustream dashboard, Allie, you have to tell it which camera you want to use. Have you done that? Because initially mine wanted to use the webcam on my computer or on my laptop, right? So I had to go into the, that little tab and tell it which camera to use. I'm trying to think. All right, for Connie, I'm going to go ahead and draw quickly between. I do have 3D Muka on the cameras, or on the Kindles, so we'll do between quickly for Connie. And I'll just draw any shape, because you can do between any shape. So let's just say that we've got because this is really how they have you start tangling. Just pick a point, Connie, and draw a curved line across to some other imaginary or real border, right? And then go ahead and draw a second little line like that. I color mine in. Streaming, Robert Vaughn.
Hi, lady. How are you?
Good. Did you hear? Streaming.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can say all the bad stuff you want because I say it.
I can what?
You can say all the bad stuff you want because I say it.
Oh.
Okay, and I didn't tell you what I did, but just pick a place on your original line and draw down to a real or imaginary end point. Got it? Then from the exact same point that you started your original line, do it again. And it doesn't matter. I could have made this line go up here. I could have, you can do it anywhere you want. And I would say the best thing to do would be just to experiment. And just continue doing that. Okay, now if that was really there, if that circle was really drawn in, then I would go ahead and alter how I ended that. That's it. Okay, now what I think how they show it done is then turn your card upside down and just start the whole process again, right? I'm going to go ahead and start this one here, draw it over there. I'm going to pretend like that circle isn't there. You see how that's done now, Connie? This card is, I guess I'm going to have to, the packaging doesn't say, so. The card is 3.5 by 3.5. And let's just say that there was, in fact, a line around here. Then you could go ahead and finish it off any way you want. One of my very favorite ones is like Dragonair. Or no, it's called Angel something. Anyway, I'm not going to look it up. You were making them too tight. Yeah, just experiment, do them real close together, real far apart. Doesn't matter what you do. All right, next one. If that answered your question, the next one I'll do is Brenda's 3D Muka pattern. This is how it ends up looking, which is very cool looking. And it's obviously different because it's not a continuous line. I like that a lot. All right, let's give this one a shot. And I'm going to do it on my little card because I don't have this in my book, so I'm going to put it in my book. Right? Right. I don't think I found one yet that stumped me. There were a couple that I was just like, holy cow, how am I going to get this one done? But I eventually figured it out. So this one's 3D Muka. I like the word Muka. Muka's a good one. It's kind of like meef. I don't know why I like the word meef. Meef isn't even a word. Try. Okay. I'll make a note here, CB, and we'll try it in a minute. It's MAKRAH MEE or OLSPIN. 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 Okay. We'll try those in a minute. Okay. So for 3D Muka, it starts you out with a curved line with kind of a curly Q at the end. And it looks like they have a little dot there. I'm going to condense these instructions because, yeah, I don't need that. So the second one is draw a line down from that. Okay. So there you go. Okay. And then it shows these lines coming up and creating kind of an aura around that. So we'll do that. Start at the bottom, I guess, and go up to some point on it. And then it shows lines coming around and auraing this. All right. So far, not so good. And then the last one, they drew more lines on the other side coming up. Does that look right, Brenda? I don't like mine. Okay, and then toward the end, why don't they just draw a thing and then R around it? That's, I guess, what I don't get. Okay, because they're trying to make it look like it's tucking under that. Okay, I get it. I get it. We're going to try another one because I don't like that. All right, remember if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Glad I tried to do a test and nobody came to help me, but now everybody's in one place. I can pull the audience. Yeah, I saw that when I got on, and I had asked them before you even got here if anybody had come to help you, Allie, because I didn't see the tweet or I would have come to try and help you. Not that I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination. If this thing doesn't work like it's supposed to, that's it. Yeah, we're done. All right, so and then they bring a line up. Am I wrong about that? I don't know, but it doesn't look right to me. So let's see. I suppose if you kept drawing it, your shadow would end up being like that. Looks a little better after it's shaded. I'm going to keep messing with it. I think it'll be better if I draw it bigger too. I'm going to draw the alternating lines like this, though. Okay, I like this one down here better. This one? Yeah, I like this one better. Because then it does look like this is the center and everything's moving away from it. Which now it looks like that to me. The other ones really didn't. Okay, I like that now. Yep. Now it looks right to me. So how was that, Brenda? Did that help you at all? Oh, is Ustream giving you guys fits? I hope it's not me. All right. So that was, I'm going to keep this card, I think. I'll just put it with that one. All right. That was 3D Muka. All right. And then CB gave me, where's my thing? McRamey. I don't think I've ever done that one. I'm pretty sure I have not. MAK dash RAH dash MEE tangle pattern. Let's see what it comes up with. All right, I think it's taken me to Pinterest. Oh my God, that's a black hole. Yeah, the last one came out a lot better. Okay, good. Thanks, Allie. Allie, I follow you on Twitter and we follow each other. If you still need help later, just tweet me a message or something. All right, let's see. There we go. Oh, this one's kind of cool. It looks like kind of like a knot when it's all done. Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? All right, let's give this bad boy a go. It looks like basket weave just to start. I think that's what they call it, basket weave, or what was that one called? Okay, so it starts out doing like a basket weave. If it's easier for you, make yourself a grid. And if you're anal like me, it might help. Yeah. So you start out, well, my line should have been somewhere a little bit different. Up there. Okay, so you start with, they show 4 lines, it probably doesn't matter. I'll use the boulder pens so you guys can see. Just a basket weave pattern to start with. Okay, and then they show the ends being connected. Okay, so there's your knot. Try and see, that's why I would say give yourself a grid. Yeah, way to go, Merle, idiot. And if you guys wonder why I call myself Merle, in real life, that's actually the name I use. And that's why Jamie and some of the other women call me that. Okay, there's our knot. Then it shows drawing strings that come out of it. And it looks like there's 2 coming out of each one. So the first one we're going to draw. First one I'm going to draw with pencils and just see. 1 knot is easy, 2 is a little harder. I can appreciate that, CB. Alright, so it shows it coming out of this one into that one. Okay, out of this one into this one. Out of this one. And my card isn't big enough, so into that one. And out of this one into that one. Okay. And then some laces just coming out. I can see that, CB. Alright, let's do it on the back. I'm going to draw myself a grid up here. And we're going to do multiples just because we have no clue what we're doing. Sorry, I didn't realize I was off camera. And they don't have to be, which one did I use? Okay, I did use that one. If they're not exactly square, the Zentangle police aren't coming, so it's okay. Okay, my advice is get yourself a grid until you get really comfortable doing this. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's your first knot, I guess is what you would call it. I'll just draw both of them same time. Got quiet, Artie. All right, so I'm going down to see how they're doing the second knot. At the top of this one, I'm just going to draw myself a pencil line. Going out of this one into that one, out of this one into that one, out of this one into that one. Okay, so they're still, oh, they're not going around on that one. They're going to connect it with this one down here, I guess. Okay, so this one's going to come down and go into this one. And the curve or anything of your line, I think, is entirely up to you. And coming out of this one, they're showing one going into that one going into that one. One going up in the air. Another one coming out of here, going into there. That one went in that one. That one went in that one. All right, so how many? I've got 1, 2. I'm missing one out of this one. Oh, okay, coming out of this one. Okay. And then this one comes out of here down to there. And of course, the more curvy you make your lines and making them overlapping is going to be what makes it a lot of fun, right? All right, and then they've got another one coming out of here, going into there. So I've got 3, 3, 3. There you go. So there's how your lines are all going to connect. Bye, Jen. Have a great day. If I don't see you, I'm not going to be on too much longer because I've got to make us some food around here, man. All right, this one I have a show going off the page, but I'm going to bring it back on the page. Okay. Now it's just a matter of whatever line you draw first, your other lines are going to go underneath it. So choose which one you want on top, right? And it's probably going to be kind of important that you keep your line width somewhat the same. It's going to look better if you do. This one's going to take some little bit of practice, CB, but I'll bet it's really cool when it's done. And keep in mind, the shading is going to affect it. All right, we're going to do this one coming down here. And that's anything that goes across it now is going to go underneath. All right, this one's going to come out. Now I don't think it matters which ones go first or second or what goes underneath because it just looks like a big old knot anyway. Oops, I'm going to draw this coming down. I like this one, CB. That looks way cool, and it's going to look way, way, way cool when it's shaded, I think. I think I got all my connections done. We'll find out. Now there's so many lines on here, how the hell can you tell anyway, right? Exactly. All right. Why is Jen taking Cameron to school? I thought he did his graduation. I mean, she can take her grandson to school all she wants, but I thought he graduated. Oh, he's testing and missed the bus. Oh, that could be a big deal. Yep, you need to get your butt up. Go do your tests. All right, now I've lost my stump. Here we go. And they didn't show it on here, but keep in mind, like on this knot, can you see that? If you want to give the impression that it's curving away from you, you're going to have to shade the edges as well as the middle. Like the center of this should actually be black. Like it wouldn't just be shaded, it would be totally black. This one here too. And then you'll definitely give the impression that it's moving away from you, right? Right. Another thing you could do that would kind of make it fun is if you overlap these lines, you could make these twists. You could, like to make a ribbon twist. I'll just draw it over here at this side because I want to remember to do this later. But if you want, say, for a ribbon to twist and you've got two lines coming down like this, a lot of you that draw probably know this. Just overlap them like that. And then shade where they cross, and it looks like the ribbon has a twist in it, right? So it would be fun to give him some twists in there too. So that's that. I like that one, CB. It's cool looking. My knots aren't the greatest, but I could change them just by drawing that edge line. I just didn't draw the edge line, but it's all good. So I like that one. So then you just start messing with it. Alright, and then the other one, CB wanted to see, I'll just go ahead and give these an end so they're not just hanging off in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I like it, Cheryl. I'll draw it again and try and be a little bit more precise now that I know what the problems are, the end result problems are. Another thing I might do is put more overlap in the cording. But this one you could actually like go on forever. And you wouldn't have to put them so far apart. Put them closer together. But yeah, that one's kind of cool. Very cool, in fact. I like it. Olspin. We'll look up Olspin. Is that what you wanted, CB? This girl has some like doodle instructions too. That's kind of cool. I need to go on Pinterest. I'm afraid of Pinterest actually because it's like this serious black hole that if you go there, you never come out. Well, when you come out, you're like a skeleton and they just put you in a coffin and take you away. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Olspin must be somebody's name too because I get people when I do that. Olspin. Tangle pattern. Let's put in that. There we go. My tangle pattern. Huh, it doesn't show me any pictures, so that's another Pinterest one. Alright, this one goes back. Let's see what it's coming up with. Alright, don't want to do that. I want that one. Alright, I guess it's insisting. Alright. Oh, this one's kind of cool. I like the finished pattern. Can you guys see that? That is way cool. Alright, let's look at the instructions. They're showing it in 6 instructions. I'm pretty sure I can get that down to 4. Let's see where we go here. Alright, this one says you start out with 2 circles. Bring it in a little bit closer. And I'll do it with the darker pen. Alright, start out with 2 circles. And then a line going not through the circles, but like that. Okay. This square that I'm drawing in may not be big enough for these. Alright, and then it shows I'm going to have to do it with a smaller pen. I'll hold this up in just a second. Oops. Okay, I see what the deal is. It's gonna... Alright, I wouldn't have done this like she's showing it. I would have probably given myself a pencil rule. And then your spacing is not so critical. But it shows a line going from this one to this one. And then just continuing that on down. So, that's how I would do that, CB. I wouldn't try and match up my lines in the center like they've shown. I really wouldn't. I'd give myself the curly Q. And I mean, you do it however you want, but I think it would be easier to give yourself the curly Q. And it'll be easier when I do it on the back bigger. Um, that's honestly how I would do it, because then your marks are going to be more perfect, I think. And then after you draw the two lines, making it like a chord kind of, it shows, let's see, I guess from about the center of the circle, diagonal lines going out. That's kind of cool. And I'm drawing it real small here, but I will do it bigger on the back for you guys. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then connecting this one to this one. All right, going on the back. We'll draw a little bit bigger circles. And if you want it to be perfect, use a template, you know. But this is reference only, so I'm not so worried about it. All right. And then I'm still going to use right. And spacing, you know, like, yeah, I would probably pay more attention to my spacing in an actual design than I am here, but it's all working out okay. Alright, and then this would imply a circle off somewhere in the distance here. Okay, and then, boy, that's a mess. A mess right there in River City. Uniform circles would definitely be preferable, okay? Use a template if you have to. I should have. I only have 500 circle templates around here. You think I didn't have any. Okay. And so then they show the shading. I should have erased my original lines first. What did I do with my other eraser? Hey, Eileen's here. About time, Eileen. Gosh, I barely knew what to do without you here. I barely knew what to do. All right. Now we'll finish shading. So I guess that little triangle there you just leave. That's a little weird, that triangle there, in my humble opinion. But yeah, the circle spacing is definitely important, CB. I agree. And the size of the circle. What were you doing, Eileen? Eating dinner? That's what I need to be doing. It's after 5 here. I should be cooking, not drawing. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? It's not horrible, but yeah, I think if I draw this again, I would make certain that my circles are uniform and evenly spaced. So if you had to draw a grid to do this, you might want to do that. But I think too, as you get more practice, you just get better at spacing and stuff like that. Because this is going to look different. You know, if I used a small circle and more lines. Okay, Jen's back. Hi, Jen. Hi, Karen. You're having almonds for dinner. Yeah, almonds is not going to satisfy ratatouille. Just saying. They look like hangover eyes. You must look horrible when you're hungover, Eileen. We'll know the day after we rob the bank, right? Now this design here, I do really like this one. So is that the same one? Yeah, I guess it's just one piece of the same one. Where this one, I see what they've done. Let me see. Rounded the corner of these. I see. Yeah. Okay, I see. That looks better. All right, we're going to draw one. Just because we can. We'll use kind of a small. I think I like the single design a little better. So we're going to try it. What the heck? That looks about the same though, doesn't it? And then I probably should go feed Stinky Boys of America. All right, this shows. Oops, I really goofed up there. Not paying any attention. That's all right. We're going to work with it. All right. Just give myself. All right. Alrighty. I like that one now. If I hadn't goofed up, I'd like it a lot. Yep. That one's just too small. There we go. Thinking. Already can't talk. Yeah, I think that one could look very cool. Very, very cool. Draw one, take it to Office Depot and have copies. That sounds just like you. It's not very uniform, but I think I could get this one down pretty darn good. And I like how they did the, I can't remember what this one's called, but where you draw the little, things coming off it. Cool. Yep, I like this one a lot. Great eye for a bird, yeah. All right. Let's see. I like this design, CB. I will keep messing with it tonight to perfect it because it looks like these corners here, oops, don't want to do that, are kind of like folding up, and then that little design's hiding down in there, if you can see that. I like that appearance. And then how they've added that kind of the, dang, don't do that. The little loopy things, I like that. I like this part of the design a lot, and this big one. So I will definitely be perfecting this. I'm not hugely happy with this, but it's not the worst thing for a first try either. And it'll show me how to draw it in the future, so that's good. The name on this one is Olspin, Brenda, Olspin. So, yeah, I'm liking these a lot. See, what else would I done this afternoon? But I do have to get some dinner going. I do know that. Because actually, you know what's on tonight, you guys? There's a Denver Bronco game coming on in a little while. So I will be probably, I might just sit right here and draw during the Bronco game and try and keep myself calm. And it's the New York Giants. Hi, Jen. It is easy. You just have to sit down and do it. You can't be intimidated. Just draw the line. Who cares? Piece of paper. If it doesn't work out, throw it away. Go on. Go on. But yeah, I'll be sitting here watching the Denver Bronco game tonight. I wish I could tell Robert we're having popcorn for supper. Now, see, if I lived alone, that would be a perfect dinner for me. I would have popcorn and chocolate, and I think it would be awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Look it. I already had done that card for my book. I just didn't remember it, but I like my new one better. So, yeah, now I have 2 of those. Cool. I'll leave one of them out so I remember to do it in my book. In my beast. Anyway, if you watch this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. And you guys don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'll catch you next time.